Good to be home and good to be back. Oh my goodness. Yay. She's back safe and sound. It's Thursday story night. It says, Linda, come sit a spell with the best storyteller ever. She's so sweet. Linda, you're so sweet. Sorry about if I make noise into I'll try not to get it too loud in my microphone there. If I have to clear my throat. I did get sick on the way home. Just a second. Where is this? Okay, unmuted myself. All right. Yay. Well, Linda's here. Tamara's here. Oh my gosh, it's good to have you guys here. It is so nice. We made it home about 7 o'clock our time on Sunday. And it was what we thought was going to be a 7.5 hour drive. Turned out to be 12. That's what happens when you stop at different places along the way and just try not to overdo yourself and stop for lunch and stop for at a good bakery and stop for Carnegie libraries and stuff like that. But it was the last day was a big push. But we made it home before the big storm, and that was, well, yeah, it was good. So it is really good to be home and I have so much to share about that. I'm still trying to sort out everything I filmed on there, the photos I took, the things I did. But Creator Camp was great fun. Seeing all the national parks that I saw was great fun. Camping in New York in their state parks was delightful. And then finding Carnegie libraries on the way back in small towns and talking to librarians that are in libraries that in buildings that still work as libraries, as a Carnegie library, and how they've been incorporated into the new part. A couple of them that were just strictly still the old building from 1905, and others that had incorporated an add-on or different things, or others that had become a museum or had become an art studio. It was very cool. So that project is in the works and it'll flesh out. But for now, yeah. So I'm just checking to see that everybody can still hear me. Give me a thumbs up if you guys are hearing me okay, seeing me okay. I double checked everything today to make sure things were going fine. And I just want to make sure that everything is still live and in motion. It's good, right? Right, right. Yeah, it's good. Let me just, yay. Oh, good. Thumbs up from both of you. Thank you. Yay. So, when I was at Creator Camp for eCamm, and you guys know that eCamm Live is the software that I use to make all this happen. They're who I set the scenes up with. They have all my camera settings. When I switch from one camera, like if I wanted to, I could switch this camera to this camera down here. Hey, how you doing? See that one down there? Or I could switch it back to camera A, which I will because that's too funny. There's a quicker way to do this, but my Stream Deck's not showing up right now. Anyway, eCamm had about 100 of us from all around the world came to not really learn about eCamm, but to learn about going live or doing video or getting your message out or whatever you want to do. And it was really, really fun because there were so many different kinds of people there and so many different kind of shows that people do, from craft shows to people that do worship services, to my storytelling, to some people that do tech things, others that are educational. Um, it's just some people have it with their business. It was just really fascinating to see. One gal was female aviators. Yeah, female aviators, and she was fascinating to listen to and stuff, and we had a great time. But my friend Paul Duncan, who actually helped get me going on all of eCamm and everything, who Mr. Moderator we call him. While I was there, he gave me a book, and that's the book I'm going to share tonight because it is amazing. It is, oh, it's such a good book. And coming off the heels of Banned Book Week, it is one I'm sure um, has made it. Did I hear my name? There he is, Mr. Paul Duncan. um, I'm sure with great pride that this book that Mr. Duncan gave me will have made at least one banned book list and many more probably. And we celebrate those books because those are the books that really are meant for everybody and are really the books that um, we celebrate because of the right to read and the right to choose what we want to read and the right to hear the kind of books that we want to read or see them. And as I crossed the country and went to these libraries, um, and I would walk in and tell the librarian who I was, what I was going to do, my project, my Freedom project, FREADOM, and was photographing. They were like, "Oh, you're one of us," and I said, "Yeah." And it's Banned Book Week, and here I am doing this, and with someone, I mean, who who really, even though he wasn't Andrew Carnegie, might not have been the person that was one that you would want to follow his. I don't know. He wasn't always the nicest person, but what he did and what he believed in for equality and equity of literature and for everyone, and what he did to make that happen in the early 1900s across the country and stands today with his fortune that how he left it is something to be admired. And for that reason, this book is also one that stands for things that we need to stand for, to just listen to the wonder of storytelling, of people being who they are. And thank you, Paul. This is an amazing book. So tonight, everybody, the story you're going to hear is called The Sublime Ms. Stacks. The legendary librarian, this legendary librarian is serving story time with realness. It is by Rob Perlman. And let me get that up here. So here you see Rob Perlman. He's a pop culturist and a number one New York Times bestselling author of more than 80 books for grown-ups and kids. He's a publishing professional and owner of Indoorsy Publishing Services. He's acquired and edited a host of pop culture and entertainment books, including the official Princess Bride book, all kinds of things that he's done. Some of the books that he's written here, if it will flip over to that, come on, show me those. He's done all kinds of books. He's put a coloring book of Star Trek. He's got all kinds of books that he's done. Bob, my first book of color, Bob Ross, movie night trivia. Oh, Katie would like that one, wouldn't she, Paul? Hey, Carlos. Oh my gosh, welcome. Good to have you here. Boca Bushido's here, and more that Rob Perlman has done. He's also edited quite a few books. Fandom Acts of Kindness, The Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit movies. Princess Bride's official cookbook. I love this. Parks and Recreation official cookbook. Just some of the things he's done are tied with pop culture really amazingly. And the illustrator is Danny Jones. Again, a very interesting artist. And I'll show you some of about her first. She is an author and illustrator of Monsters vs. Kittens and its follow up, Dinosaurs vs. Puppies. Those are books that are published by Stan Lee's Universe. So she's also the illustrator of the New York Times bestselling Populamos graphic novel series. She did a sci-fi webcomic, My Sister the Freak. She did a graphic novel adaptation of the classic book Little Women, and a Halloween short story called Frosty the Gordman. um, and she's currently updating the webcomic Everything's Going to Be Okay. So here are some of her books too that she's done. So that is who are the author and illustrator of tonight's book, The Sublime Ms. Stacks. And I'm going to switch over to that, put you guys on mute for just a sec while I cough one more time. And get a drink of water. Yes, yes. We had to book our way home a little bit faster than we expected to because I started to get pretty sick. And we, you know, wanted to make sure that that didn't happen. So it didn't. This is the leftovers of it. Here's the book, The Sublime is Stack. This is the Right to Library, San Jose Library, the bookmark that I got with it. Thank you very much. The Right to Library. My keyboard, get it out of your way. And let's get to The Sublime Ms. Stacks. By Rob Perlman and illustrated by Danny Jones. Let's see if it tells us what the art for this book was created digitally on an iPad using the app Procreate. Yeah, a lot of people do some amazing stuff with Procreate. I haven't quite figured that out yet. Our librarian, Mr. Stefan, is good at his job. He is very, very good at helping everyone find books. And he is very, very, very good at shushing loud talkers. But when it comes to arts and crafts, or show and tell, or story time, well, he tries his best. For those sort of things, Mr. Stefan asks another librarian for help. The sublime Ms. Stacks. Ta-da! It's so nice to see you again and to be seen, my darlings. Although he's never been there to see it, he hears all about how much fun everyone has with Ms. Stacks during arts and crafts. A divan is like a couch, but much better for after brunch naps. And brunch is like breakfast, but it's also like lunch. And doesn't that sound sublime and delicious? Pick up your crayons. Let's draw pictures of brunch. There's no such thing as too much glitter. And it looks sublime hung here. Something that's sublime, my darlings, is wonderful, like this glittery masterpiece or this divan. And story time. Once upon a time, my darlings, Ms. Stack's stories are always filled with brave princesses and silly robots and smart kids, detectives and cute puppies, buried treasures. And best of all, she acts out all the voices, and even show and tell. Lots of people adore playing soccer. Did you know soccer is called football in Europe, my darlings? Isn't that a kick? Now, show and tell what you go gaga for. Oh, a board game. That's BOARD, not BORED, which isn't boring at all. So don't let anyone tell you different. And I bet you love hiking in the woods. These are the right shoes for that adventure. Today, Oscar raised his hand and asked, "What do you love to do, Ms. Stacks?" Me? Ah, well, I love to lip sync, she said. What's a lip sync? He asked. Ms. Stacks ran over to the checkout desk and said very loudly, "Well, I'm so glad you asked." Suddenly, two people popped out from behind the desk. Hola! I am Biblioteca. My dad is from Ireland and my madres is de Mexico. I'm Almanac, and I'm all about that database. My librarian sisters and I are going to show you what a lip sync is, darlings, right now, said Ms. Stacks as she hit play on her phone. The three librarians began to dance and move their mouths, pretending to sing along to the music. Everyone clapped and danced along with Ms. Stacks and her sisters lip synced to lots of songs from a long, long time ago, the 1980s. One song was about girls just wanting to have fun. Another was about starting a job at 9 a.m. and ending at 5 p.m. There was even a silly song about men, not rain, coming down from the sky. After each song ended, Ms. Stacks asked everyone what they thought the words meant and how the music made them feel. It was like talking about poetry, but with a dancey beat. Then, during a very exciting song about expressing yourself, Ms. Stacks spun so fast her hair flew right off her head and landed on top of the magazine shelves. But Ms. Staggs just shrugged her shoulder pads, put her hair back on her head, and asked, "Well, my darlings, what have I taught you?" "I learned that red and blue make purple. I learned about the Constitution. I learned about Paris and the days of the week. I learned about Paris Fashion Week. I learned to stand up for myself. I learned to stand out." Ms. Stacks smiled so much she started to cry. "Oh, my darlings, I was going for the show must go on, but I guess you learned all that too." And then she smiled and cried even harder when she realized her makeup was running down her cheeks. After some more songs are called encores, my darlings, said Miss Stacks. The three lip-syncing librarians said goodbye and danced away. Soon after they left, Mr. Stephen came back. What did I miss?" he asked. He listened as everyone told them all about Biblioteca and Almanac, and the lip syncing and dancing and the music, and of course, Ms. Stacks. "Wow," he said. "I'm sorry I missed it." After we had gone home, eaten our dinner and finished our homework, we lip synced and danced and talked about how much fun we had at the library today. Because even though Mr. Stephen is a very good librarian, Miss Stacks is sublime. And that is the story of the sublime Ms. Stacks. All right. Yay. Oh, Paul, it's one of my favorites. I love this book so much. I haven't quite figured out how to do a biblioteca with the Irish and the Hispanic accent together. That's going to take some work. Haven't quite figured that one out. Maybe I'll need to, I don't know, have a couple glasses of wine before I practice that like that. But yay. Oh my goodness. I didn't have to say his name 3 times. Yeah, it's not. Oh, anybody else having great fun watching some of the Halloween movies, some of the fun ones? My favorite is, of course, Hocus Pocus, because I am a huge Bette Midler fan. You know, probably of all the people I've seen in concert, I've seen Bette more often than anybody else. I think I've seen Bette 7 times, maybe. Yeah, very fun. Anyway, that was fun. I'm glad you liked it, Paul. Yay. Thank you. You made it possible. This is an excellent book. Just a wonderful, wonderful book. I'm looking forward to seeing some of their other books. I want to see, let's see, Everything is Going to Be Okay. Danny Jones is doing that one. I'd like to find that book. And I want to see Monsters versus Kittens, the Stan Lee Kids Universe, and Dinosaurs versus Puppies. But then he has some of the other books that he's done for kids. I'm going to look for Rob Perlman's. He did Pink is for Boys, which is a good book. I've read that. I don't think I've read it on the show yet, but I've read it otherwise. Anyway, that was what I had for stories tonight. Getting back into it, my throat is still a little scratchy coming back from this. we made it back, and so I'm glad I had this book here, and I've been anxious to read it all the way back. On Sunday, when we do Story and Art, we have a couple weeks, at least two things that Tamara has said in. I know Susan has sent something in. Linda, I don't know if any. Paul, Carlos, you're welcome to send in artwork too to my email and anything that you've been working on. We had great fun. I took most of my notes at Creator Camp in sketch form, which was a hoot. And then the trip back, taking the pictures of the buildings in infrared, those I'm working on. And also my infrared shots that I did of some of the graveyards along the way. That was a lot of fun too. So, yes, I saw Bette on, yes, Linda, I saw Bette on Colbert the other night. And her song that she made, I put it on my Instagram reel. I put it on. It was so good. She's so much fun. Yes, I watched her. She was in Seattle one time and doing the Dolores Delago, the Toast of Chicago. And that was when she came in. She was the lounge singer that was, and she had the mermaid bit, and she was in a wheelchair. She came out in a motorized wheelchair, and her mermaid suit split. And she always, what was the gal who was in Married with Children, the lead in Married with Children? I can't remember her name. She was one of her backup singers at that time. That was pretty funny. Yeah, she always put on a great show. Always put on a great show. But anyways, so Sunday we will have show and tell, story and art. So we'll have your artwork. I'll have some of my stuff, but we'll have a couple pieces from Tamara. I know Susan has something. I think Lupe might have sent me something. Linda, did you send something? I know. I'll have to go back and look through things while I was gone. Whatever else we can see, we'll have that. I'll have more stories to share and more stories to tell. But we're just glad to be back. Aldo is really glad to be back. It was a long trip for that little guy, and to go a month without his regular walks, he's taking a little bit of time getting back to walking. The disc We're getting him back in shape. He's like, oh, I'm too old to be going up and down these stairs now, so we're having to help him a bit. But he's coming back to it anyway. Hang on. He's okay. He's just said, I've done my camping for a long time in a little camper van with you guys and road tripping. I'm done. He says he's here. And he's also a little bit, the other thing I have to show you is, and I got to put him out, is that we've had lots of visitors while we were gone, but not of the two-legged kind. Our nature cam caught possums, raccoons, the deer were all over the front yard, but all kinds of critters in our backyard, and all those a little incensed that his yard was occupied by so many other creatures of the forest that they kind of encroached in on his territory. But we'll manage. Anyway, you guys, that was it for story and art. It is good to be home. We had a great time. Tamara, I hope it's your hand, I think. That's right. And Linda, that shoulder. You guys are getting better. Carlos, take it easy. Paul, I hope you've rested up, made it back and everything, I'm sure. But it was really good to have all of you guys here tonight. Thank you so much. And I will be back on Sunday with more story and art, more stories, more art, and more things to share about everything. So again, thank you, Mr. Duncan, for this wonderful book, and everybody else, bucket fillers. I hope that this filled your bucket, and it sure did mine. So until next time, everybody, keep looking for the beauty hidden in plain sight. It's all around you. But the first place you'll find it is when you go look in your own mirror. See you soon.
In the heat of the night, we could get lost in all the lights and sounds. Feeling alright, we won't go home, we will just stay here downtown. There's not just stars on the boulevard, they're in the light in your eyes. Oh, we don't need no black cards, I just need you by my side. We could be shameless,